This is Jarrod Horak, and this is my final video this week, my third video. For my first video, I covered the Sham Stakes at Aqueduct. That was a Kentucky Derby points race for Saturday, January 7th. And then for Sunday, January 8th, I covered the rescheduled Santa Anita Stakes. That was an Oaks points race. And in this video, I'm going to cover the Grade 3 Sham Stakes. It's a Derby points race. Now, it's 10 points for the win, 4 for second, 3 for third, 2 for fourth, and 1 for finishing fifth. Now, if you're interested in my full card analysis at Santa Anita Park, you can head on over to therunawayhorse.com. Each day Santa Anita Park runs, you will find those full cards on my sales page. You can purchase individual full cards, weekly and weekend packages, or the entire meet. Check out therunawayhorse.com on my sales page if you're interested in any of that. Now we will get into the analysis of this video. It's going to be the 8th race at Santa Anita Park, Sunday, January 8th. Grade 3, $100,000 Sham Stakes, 3-year-olds. 1 mile, around 2 turns on the main track, scheduled post time 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Newgate for trainer Bob Baffert. An $850,000 son of Into Mischief will start off this field and looked really good in his debut. He was able to get out there and track the pace from second, and then he pulled clear and he won by more than 3 lengths. Second time out, Grade 1 Delmar Futurity chased the pace again, but he was 4th, beaten 10 lengths. His stablemate Cave Rock ran away with that one. In his third start, they shipped him to Keeneland and they stretched him out in distance for the Breeders' Futurity. He had post 7 in a 14-horse field. Again, he battled on the pace, but he couldn't keep up. He was 5th of 14. That wasn't a bad effort. Forte won that one. He won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. And then the second place finisher was Loggins, a highly regarded runner for trainer Brad Cox. Last time out, they took blinkers off. He came back to California. The Grade 3 Bob Hope Stakes at 7 furlongs as he turned back in distance, tracked the pace, ended up finishing second, and a clear second. The show finisher, Practical Move, came back and he won the Los Al Futurity. So this one, since he took blinkers off last time, it didn't really help him relax at all. And then from the inside post, stretching back out, Frankie Dettori aboard, he'll probably attend the pace. National Treasure is the 2, and he's going to probably be the heavy favorite in here. They paid $500,000 for this one. This one is a son of Quality Road, and he was good in his debut. He had blinkers that day. 6.5 furlongs at Delmar over the summer. He wired the field, and he won by 1.5 lengths. Nice, solid effort. A Practical Move was 3rd. He came back and he broke his maiden, and then he won the Los Al Futurity. An American Pharoah Stakes in his second start, he was able to stretch out in distance and run a good race. His stablemate Cave Rock won that one, and he was strong and he was fast and he wired the field. But National Treasure was clearly second best. And then another Baffert trainee, Hijazi, was a clear 3rd there. So Baffert dominated that one. National Treasure ran a good, fast race, but his stablemate Cave Rock was faster. And he took blinkers off that day. And then he put blinkers right back on for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He broke from post 10 in a 10-horse field. He stalked wide, and he was best of the rest in 3rd. Now, Forte won that one. Cave Rock was 2nd, the same horse that beat National Treasure in that American Pharoah. He did cut into his margin a bit. So Cave Rock beat him by more than 5 lengths in the American Pharoah. But in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, National Treasure was only 2.25 lengths behind that one. So now he's meeting easier company. He's got a couple 6-furlong bullet workouts for this. He's got that good tactical speed and an inner post. John Velasquez is going to ride. Now, Velasquez was riding Newgate as well and National Treasure, but he decides to stick with National Treasure. Speedboat Beach is another Baffert trainee. This one is a son of Bayern. They paid a couple $100,000 for him, and he looked good in his debut. He was fast, and that was a 5.5 furlong race at Delmar. And he got out there, he set a fast pace, and he kept on going, and he won by 1.25 lengths. His stablemate Hijazi was 2nd, and then another Baffert trainee, Fort Bragg, was 3rd. And then they moved him to turf after that. He ran in the Speakeasy Stakes at 5 furlongs at Santa Anita, and he tracked from 2nd, and he won that one nicely. But his speed rating really dropped off from when he moving from the dirt to the turf. And then in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint, he dueled on the lead. He weakened, finishing 9th of 12. They brought him back to California. He was in a turf route stakes race, the Grade 3 Cecil B. DeMille last time out. Pressed from 2nd from an outer post, and he won by 1/2 length. Now, Flavien Prat was aboard for both 2 of his wins, his maiden win in the debut, and then he got back aboard last time for the Cecil B. DeMille, and he will ride this one again, and I'm expecting that he's going to probably try to wire the field. Now, he's faster on dirt, at least based on that debut dirt figure, and then looking at his 3 turf runs. I'm just not sure that he really wants to go 2 turns. He did win that 2-turn race last time, but I think overall he just could be a fast dirt sprinter for Baffert, but he's going to set the pace in here. He's firing bullets for this. He'll take them as far as he can. Reincarnate, another Baffert trainee. This one is a son of Good Magic, and they paid $775,000 for him, and he finished in the top 2 in all 4 of his starts. He was second in his first 3 starts. His first 2 starts were flat mile turf races at Del Mar and Santa Anita, and he's doing on the lead in his debut, and then he pressed from third from an outer post second time out. And then they moved him to the main track in a dirt route. He ended up finishing second behind his stablemate, Fort Bragg. And then last time he was able to get his maiden win. He wired the field. He defeated Mr. Fisk, his stablemate. Mr. Fisk was a next out maiden winner at Santa Anita Park last week. So Reincarnate is one that will probably impact the pace in here. He's another one that John Velasquez had been riding, this Baffert trainee. As I mentioned, he jumps over and rides another Baffert runner in here. And Juan Hernandez, who did ride this one in his second career start, will reunite. Paxa Wahlop is next, and he's going to switch surfaces for trainer Jeff Mullins. This one is a son of Creative Cause. He's 3 for 5, and has a nice explosive kick on the turf course. And he really proved that in his second start, where he tracked from second at 5 furlongs. He was moving from the sloppy main track, where he finished 4th in his debut, to a firm turf, 5 furlongs at Del Mar second time out. Tracked the pace, and he kicked away nicely to win by 1.5 lengths. And then the runner-up was the next out winner. And then when he stretched out in distance, he showed even a better kick. He had pressed the pace from second, and he took over, and he won by more than 4 lengths. And that was in the Grade 3 Del Mar Juvenile Turf. He won another Grade 3 in the Zuma Beach. Again, he stalked the pace, he took over, and he was able to win nicely there. And then the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf last time. And in that race, he stalked the pace from third. He didn't have an answer in the stretch. He finished 8th, beaten a little less than 4 lengths. So now he's going to put blinkers on. He's going to move to the main track. And when you see these 3-year-olds moving over to the main track, I think especially at this time, they have nothing to lose. They're going to take a shot to see if maybe they could be a Derby horse. And if they don't handle the main track, there's going to be plenty of turf route stakes races for 3-year-olds later this year. So Paxa Wahlop will probably try to stalk the pace in here under Ramon Vazquez. Spun Intended is the final entrant in this race, and he ran well in both of his maiden starts. 6.5 furlong debut at Santa Anita Park. He rallied from 8th place after breaking slow. So he broke slow, he rallied wide, he finished second, beaten a 1/2 length. And then in his second start, much more professional effort, he was able to press the pace, take over, and he won by more than 6 lengths as the heavy favorite. So now 2 sprints to a route. Hard Spun, the sire. First Dude, the damn sire. No reason why he wouldn't get at least a flat mile. They paid $125,000 for him. His back-to-back bullet workouts at Santa Anita, 6 furlongs and 1:11 flat. That was on December 22nd. And then he had another bullet on January 2nd, 5 furlongs and 58 and change. So he's working fast. He's got the outside post. He'll probably end up stalking wide under Mike Smith. So Spun Intended is certainly a contender. As for Paxa Wahlop, I would rather see what he can do on dirt before I would play him on this surface. I think Reincarnate might be a little bit over his head in here for Baffert. Speedboat Beach, certainly a threat to go wire to wire. National Treasure, the one to beat. And then Newgate, stretching back out, will probably impact the pace from the inside post. But I think National Treasure has this finally going to get his stakes win. Because in the American Pharaoh, he just ran into Cave Rock. It was a very fast race, and he ran a quality race. He just couldn't keep up with that one, but he was clearly second best. And then the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, a solid third, but behind your likely 2-year-old male champion Forte, and then Cave Rock finished in front of him again. So they were probably the best 2-year-olds in the country, and he was best of the rest in third that day. Doesn't meet any kind of rival like that in here. He's got that good technical speed in the inner post. Not a lot of value. Not getting really creative in here. I just think that National Treasure has been sitting on a stakes win, and I think this is his day to get his stakes victory. So I'm not going to make a win wager on National Treasure. I think I'm just going to play a trifecta key. I'm going to key National Treasure over Speedboat Beach and on the outside Spun Intended. So that will be my only wagers that I'll make in this race. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this content. And that will wrap up this video. And I'll be back next week. I'll be doing more Oaks and Derby points races. So stay tuned to my YouTube channel for all of these Oaks and Derby points races. Each time they have them, I'm going to cover them in a video. So until I see you next time, good luck at the races.